Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. And tonight, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The Bosch pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Here we are, Brent, looking at this game tonight. Both of these teams certainly get after it on the defensive end.
Well, I'm touching your suit here, Kevin, and it looks like you got shoulder pads in there. You're going to need that. This game's going to be a grinder. It's going to be physical. These guys are going to bump each other around, and they play hard-nosed defense. So I would expect this game to not rise up in terms of the scoring column, and we'll see who's tougher tonight.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
He's off on the first. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Good on the second free throw.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
Outside, Dort. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Holiday dishes to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark. And the Thunder with possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Tatum. Shot clock at 6. There's Williams. No good there. Some solid defense from Brown. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. It's to Porzingis. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Dort with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Way to get up.
Now here is Holiday. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Gives to Holmgren. At the top of the key, Williams. Door to screen on Brown. Here's Williams. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
On the wing, Holiday. Brown with it. He's guarded by Williams. Nice move. And it's Brown getting it to go.
Few better athletes in the league than Jaylen Brown, and he stays in attack mode.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Celtics trail by 3. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And so it's Boston with it. It's a 3-point game. The 3 from Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Williams passes to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brett, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. White looking around. Back to Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
CTH can't teach height. Porzingis is big and completes the play.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no way he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report.
The pick and roll disrupts the defense and gets Tatum loose there to get that one off.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Kacey Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, that's a screen for Williams. Inside, and Wiggins throws it down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Brown. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Caruso finds Williams. Rebounded by Hauser.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Here's Pritchard. The three. No good that time. Outside Williams. And it's blocked. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Wallace. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Pass to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Tatum after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, good work from the mid-range there. Tatum likes taking that shot when he can create space.
Williams up on top. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he makes the first.
You know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Kacey Wallace. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Hauser. Frames the three-pointer. Hauser's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Wiggins passes to Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Hauser. Has to Porzingis. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Thunder shoot their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for the Thunder. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. The free throw drops for Caruso. So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 5. Takes a step back. Tatum downhill.
How about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Oklahoma City making a change. Williams is checked in. Williams. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Dort kicks to Holmgren. Bangs home the trifecta. Holmgren's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
And playing up tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position. but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly compare to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. First one falls for. Wallace is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Tatum nails them both. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Here's Holmgren. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Brown. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And Brown is at his best when he's attacking inside.
Thunder have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Wallace. Porzingis with the block. Right side, White. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the strike.
No good on the free throw.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn, and they're not wrong. His terrific stature and the shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
Al Horford's checked in for the Celtics. And it's tied up with that one. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Horford. A drop by Holmgren. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And showing us some toughness there. Nice to see Holmgren fearless at attacking on the drive and getting fouled.
Free throw drops for Holmgren.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and a great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Wallace. Holmgren hits them both. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Brown outside. With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted. is off the mark this time. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about this shot. Give it up for the participant.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forward. The star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low.
Well, involving guys with your eyes and seeing plays like this, that's a beautiful play by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now here's Porzingis. Over Hartenstein. Porzingis can't hit. And it's Williams with the ball for Oklahoma City. They lead by 4. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. 6 to shoot. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Misses the 3.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Tatum looking around. Tatum from 3.
This is why Tatum is a volume 3-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Outside Williams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Outside White. Back to Tatum. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Pocket 4. They now take the lead. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
That's a confident shot from Porzingis. And when he's pulling that quick, you know he's feeling it.
Williams finds Dort. Pass to Holmgren from the arc. The Thunder with another miss.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Shoots it up. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, It's dance can time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Let's see some dance moves.
Alex Caruso checked in for Oklahoma City. Boston also with the sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for White. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Caruso finds Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen for Caruso. The run, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Go into the rack with energy and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
The line for the Celtics. Jason Tatum. Shooting one.
And that one falls for Tatum. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 12 points for him. Down low. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Round the pass to Tatum. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City trailing. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
The free throw drops for Caruso. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. That one goes in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball to the post that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Pass to Dort. Back to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. 5 to shoot to the middle. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Tatum with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pritchard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
First free throw is good for the Thunder. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Case and Wallace in for Dort. He doesn't get the second one. Thunder trailing by 4. Williams scanning the floor. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Williams has got 6.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
54 seconds left in the third. Inside, and stolen by Wiggins. Here's the break, the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And here's Brown, 6 points for him. Pass to Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Outside, Horford. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. Here's Cornette. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Celtics lead by 2.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Williams. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Celtics lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score. That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Craig with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Here's Tatum. Good for his ninth make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous Alexander cover. And here's Tatum for three. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Alex Caruso taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Caruso.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And so Caruso nails both of them. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Holiday. Horford with a screen on George. Here's Holiday. Rebound by Williams.
That's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Jang the pass to Gilgeous Alexander. Scored the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Pritchard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Williams. And it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. And then for Boston, Porzingis is checked in for Luke Cornett. Brown comes in for Al Horford. And it's White in for Drew Holiday. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so here is Oklahoma City. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Gilgeous Alexander.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guy the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. Boston making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. shots good from the stripe. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. Down low, taken away by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. The teardrop falls in. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Killing them softly there. Holiday with the floater over the top. And that puts the D in a tough spot.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Under trailing by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Holiday. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Outside, Dort. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. 2 on the clock. A shot, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Brown drives in. And Holmgren pulls it down. And here now the Thunder. Hartenstein with the screen on Howard. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. We'll pretty much bank on these.
Here's Tatum. Back to Holiday. White against Dort. White inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside, Dort. Hartenstein with the screen for Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over White. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better
Porzingis with the screen on Holmgren. Tatum. Oh, Tatum torpedoes to the rack.
Remember that one, guys. A difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Outdone by Tatum.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size. He challenged the defense with it that time.
At the line for your Thunder, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds. The last touch by Holmgren. Tatum finds Porzingis. It's in!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game now, looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Fifteen seconds left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Holmgren. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. 13 foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Chet Holmgren. Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. So we see Boston get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time out, but tonight you were back on track. What was the difference?
Just got to have a short-term memory. Sometimes shots just go in, but you always got to be aggressive and just make the right play.
You're like a cornerback in basketball. That's weird, but it got you a win tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And now our player of the game, Jason Tatum.